Hi there. For those of you who want to know what a typical homeschool day is like, there's no such thing as a typical homeschool day. I'm going to show you what one of our days may usually be like. We try to start about 9 o'clock in the morning. That doesn't always happen, but it's a pretty good goal, and we keep it the majority of the time just to have some structure. Then we do prayer, and after prayer we do our intro class time. We go to the board. And on our board we have the Pledge of Allegiance, the Pledge to the Christian flag, the Pledge to the Bible, and then we have 3 songs. The first one is a song in regards to our relationship with the Lord. It's called In My Life Be Glorified. And then we have a song that talks about our relationship with our parents and how we glorify God with our relationship with our parents and respect. And then on the back we have the national anthem. I'm not going to take time to turn that around. And then we have our Bible time. Right now we're going through the 50 states using the curriculum Cantering the Country. It's really flexible, so I like to use that one. But during Bible time we go over the state motto, and usually a character trait is pulled from the state motto, and we look up some scriptures dealing with that character trait. Then after that we have a combined time where the kids will do things that is appropriate for both age levels. We'll read some books, possibly that they usually deal with something we're studying with the state, whether it be the state animal or a person who was an important figure in that state. We're going over New Hampshire, so today we studied Sarah Josepha Hale, who was the one who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we read about her this morning. She was born in New Hampshire. Then once a week we study the state quarters. On the back of the state quarter is like an entire history, geography lesson. We like to find out why they put the things on the back of the state quarters that they did. That's really interesting. The kids adore that. Then we have a semi-combined time where the kids are working together on a project, but they have to do individual tasks to get that project complete. We're working on a state's notebook, and so all their projects will be put in there. The older one will do a map of the state, study a little bit on the state flag, and do a picture of the flag. And then maybe a crossword puzzle or something like that. And the youngest one will usually color pictures related to the state symbols or something that we've read. Sometimes we'll go ahead and do some science projects that are fun for them to do together. But then we go into our more independent time. I'll find something that my older one can do without me being right there, possibly some reading or some kind of work that's more review type or not that hard for him to figure out what the next step is. And then my daughter and I will go over her independent time, do some work on her reading and some of her math, which is mostly counting and figuring out what the numbers are, and some of her shapes and those kind of things. And then when she is finished with that, sometimes she'll go to the computer and do some review on some computer programs, some computer games that are on there for phonics and things like that. And then that's when I have more independent time with my son. And that pretty much is how we balance everything. But then there leaves the question of the third child. We have 3. We have an 11-month-old. What do we do with him all day? A lot of times he's sitting in his high chair playing with toys on his high chair, or having a snack or a meal. Sometimes he needs to be cuddled and held and loved, so during those times I obviously have to hold him. But that's okay because I still get a lot of schooling done. He's usually pretty content with that. And then sometimes he's ready to get down and romp and play, so we made what we call the massive playpen area. What we've done is we've blocked off the hallway on one end and put all kinds of toys in there. Sometimes I put crazy things in there to get him occupied. Sometimes I'll put like pots and pans with spoons and things in there. He adores playing with things like that. But here's our massive playpen. We obviously would not have something plugged up in the hallway if he were in here, and we'd have all the doors closed to make sure everything's very safe for him. But that's basically how we keep our day in order. Hope this helps.